and subscribe right now, or this will be in your bed tonight.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video looking at the top posts from r/ProRevenge. Most of you who enjoy these videos are not subscribed. Please subscribe as it really helps me out and it's free. Scroll down and click the red subscribe button and the like button for more videos. This means that you won't miss out on more added content. Thanks for making my day if you subscribed. Hurt my friend. I ruin you. This happened over a decade ago, so some of this is still fuzzy, so do keep that in mind. And for any YouTubers, this does have swearing in it, so sorry not sorry. So some backstory. When I moved out of home and into a 1-bedroom flat, this where I first met the twins, Joel and our victim Kevin. My first interaction with the two were actually at 4 o'clock in the morning when the two woke me up due to their fighting loudly. Me obviously annoyed, went over and asked them to keep it down cause I like this thing called sleep. Joel the nicer one, but no gem in any shape of the word apologies. The next day Joel came around and again apologies and later introduced me to his friend, two of which play a key point in this story, Grace and Hannah. I became friends with the four and soon learned a lot of things about them. For starters, they all did drugs, mostly pot than anything else. Which when it comes to me, I don't do it, but don't care if anyone else does it. Secondly, Kevin is a reason why the subreddit stories about Kevin was made. The guy was a complete idiot. When I first realized they did pot, they asked me if I did it. I joking stated that I had a secret stash that was so secret even I didn't where it was. They all laughed, catching on the joke, all except for Kevin, who took it like gospel, as the next day he was asking me if could have some of my secret stash. I had to explain to him that it was joke. He just replied with a row and walked off. What makes it more curious is I'm pretty sure I had seen him look around my place several times. My best guess he was trying to find this imaginary secret stash. Now let's get to the story. After a few months of me being there, Joel and Kevin got kicked out for their actions of their behavior. Their screaming matches in the middle of the night, and Kevin who tried to fight one of the landlords. Like I said, an idiot. Well, they moved to another set of flats, which during this time, Grace started to date Kevin and things take a turn. Or revealed the ugly side in Kevin? I don't know. Kevin started acting like he was the man. He was a big guy, but it was more flub than muscle. He would order Grace around, put her down, just to give some examples. While this made me despise the man, it wasn't the key part of the ProRevenge. But what came next did. One night, for whatever reason, I left my door unlocked when I went to sleep. Normally I would lock it, but for this night I decided not to. It was just a feeling that I had. Sure enough, later that night, I don't know when, I was awoken by a presence. I turn and there stood Grace, who even in the dim light I could see she had been crying. I ask her what is going on. She asks if she can stay the night as she didn't want to stay at Kevin's. When I ask why, she told me the motherfucker hit her. I saw red. Quick thing about me, I protect my friends. They are an extended family to me, and at times I have been referred as the protective older brother by them. And you bet your sweet ass I wear that like a badge. I told her to stay at my place as I was going to show him what being punched felt like. So here I was walking to his place like a man possessed, with Grace behind me trying to calm me down. When I got there, I can see his front door open, him completely mouthing off with his friend telling him off. Hannah, who was there, saw me and the rage I had. I was cursing him out as his friends were trying to calm me down for not doing something stupid, all while Kevin is in his flat just mouthing off. Let the fucker come, I'll smack him, like I did with Grace, was one thing I heard him say. I just lost it. I bolted inside past all his friends. I ran up to him and nailed him with kick right in his chest, the impact of which caused Kevin fall back on his chair and the two landed on the ground with a huge thump. I didn't stop there and press my knee into his throat and stare right into those weak eyes of his. If ever lift one finger against Grace again, you even look at her sideways, I will finish what I began, I said in this slow cold tone that would give hard criminals a chill. With him swearing up and down that he would do that, I left with Grace. It was within a day she returned back to him. Please do understand, Grace had a very low self-esteem about herself, so the moment Kevin started acting nice she went back. But for me, I was still mad. I had embarrassed him, but I needed more to show how much of a weak man he really was, and I needed Grace away from him. About couple days later, Hannah got in contact with me. We meet up and begins to tell me how she hated Kevin for what he did, and now he's starting to mouth off again, even stated he would fucking end up life if he comes near me again. I smiled. I was just looking for any excuse to go round 2 with him. But that rage boner had to wait as Hannah and I begin to plan. I wasn't just going to hurt him. Oh no dear reader, that would be easy. Nope, it was ProRevenge. Step 1. Get Grace to kick him to the curb. We knew that, no matter how hard we would have tried, Grace would defend Kevin and his actions because again, low self-esteem, and any attention was better than none in her eyes, so this was more the long game than a short. So during this we were starting up step 2 and 3 through this period. All while slowly boosting Grace's independence and self-worth, continuing to plant seeds of doubt about Kevin. It took months until we got some fruit for our labor. Grace had broken up with him because she found him cheating on her. This plays in later, and when he tried to strike her, she belted him. I saw him couple days after this, and he was bruised from head to toe. He claimed he got into a fight with a bouncer, but we knew better. Step 2. Destroy his name. Now that Grace was free from him, the next step was to make sure his name would be worth mud. For this we needed to make sure that no girl in their right mind would date him. Luckily for me, during that time I was working with a girl who was a huge gossiper. You know, those people who knows everyone in town. That was this girl. And she was highly desperate for a boyfriend too, so for this, we shall name her Emma. I mentioned this to Hannah. Hannah, the evil genius she was, begin to mention Emma slyly to Kevin, and Kevin, being well, Kevin, started texting Emma. Remember the girl he was cheating on with? Yep, it was Emma. During this time Emma was telling anyone who would listen about her new boyfriend, and with a slip of a tongue she mentioned it was Kevin. I quickly pulled her to the side and lay it all out for her. How he did drugs, abusive, and the cherry on top, already had a girlfriend. Needless to say, she dumped his ass and then told everyone else. You think that'd be it? Oh no, it gets better. This I didn't learn until after the aftermath. But Hannah took it one step further. She went to Kevin's dealer and spun a story on how he stiffed another dealer out of what he owed. Apparently he had a code cause. When Kevin went to him to buy drugs, he was threatened on his life to never come back. It was in this moment I fully respected and feared Hannah. Step 3. Get him kicked out. This was the most tricky part, as I and Hannah didn't know his landlord or which real estate he rented through. This is where we became known of the man next door and his 13-year-old son. During the step 1 and 2, I got to know the man as his son would come and around Kevin's house to hang around. Here is when I start to learn about him, as for this part to work I needed to know what his priorities were. Soon I learned through time that he was a stand-up guy, so through time I brought up the subject of drugs through our conversations, and I learned that he didn't like them as one of his friends odd on it. Perfect. I then acted surprised, as if he had such a stand to them. Then why was he allow his son be around Kevin? He asked me what I was talking about. This where I laid it all on the line. I even went as far as stretching the term truth. The guy was understandably shocked and upset. If I couldn't reach his landlord, then maybe, just maybe, this guy could. That was plan. What happened was even better. What I didn't know until more recently was the flat that Kevin was renting was a part of a body corporate or a hoa. The guy I was talking to was the owner of his flat and therefore a part of it. He knew Kevin's landlord, and within a week of me telling him, Kevin got her inspection. Surprise, surprise, drugs were found and Kevin was given the boot. But it goes even further. Word spread about him and Kevin got blacklisted through every real estate in town and in the district. No one was going to let him stay in their houses. Not even emergency housing would touch him. So Kevin, embarrassed, no girlfriend, hated by everyone in town and now homeless, left the state with his tail between his legs and returned to his hometown, which was 2 states away. Later this I had nothing to do with, but heard through the rumor mill that Kevin got arrested and eventually jailed for, drumroll please, selling drugs to minors, if I recall correctly. And all of this all because he hid my friend. Time is a funny thing. Eventually we all went our separate ways, lost contact with each other. It happens, and I hold no ill to any of them. And yes, that includes Kevin. I do hope he got his act together and has learned why should never mess with me or my friends. Thank you all for watching to the end of the video. But before you go, please like and subscribe for more. Not many of you all that watch are subscribed or like the video, and this makes me unsure if I should continue to make more content or not. So if you want more content, please like and subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on any future videos, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also, please give me some feedback in the comments section about what I can do better, because not many people comment on my videos, so I have no idea of people's opinions of thoughts about this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's all from me. If you have subscribed and liked the video, please consider sharing the video with your friends. Thanks and bye. I'm still doing daily uploads, so hope to see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.